Welcome back, and joining us on the show now is Dinesh Somani. He's founder, Pro IntelliTrade Services. Mr. Somani, hi, thank you so much for joining in. And I want to talk about the gold prices first, because this is where we've seen an all-time high yet again for the Indian markets, even as the international markets are still $50 to $80 away from that 3,500 mark. But the kind of gains that we are seeing in gold, what is it that you see on charts? Are we back on recovery? Do you see newer highs?
Definitely, it's already at a new high. The previous high was close to 1,01,000. Now it has made a new high of 1,01,344. Probably the recent gain is mostly attributed to the depreciation in the Indian rupee. Since July till date, it already depreciated 5%, and in a month it depreciated more than 3%. So it overall I see the major gain coming out of the dollar appreciation, and probably the COMEX market, if you observe, it is still $140 short of the all-time high. So we expect a dip of around 400, 500 rupees from here, probably 1,500, 1,550 around, and a fresh renewed buying would emerge out of it. We expect gold to test 1,05,000 by Diwali or the year end.
1,05,000 by Diwali or year end. Mr. Somani, also, how would you look at the silver prices? Because we've seen, pardon me, support come in for this as well. It hasn't broken below 36. 39 continues to be a resistance. For this, what's your sense for the global markets, and how do you see Indian markets performing, let's say, by this year end?
Like, as you said, 36,000 is a very crucial support. We don't expect it to go beyond below this level. On the higher side, 39.40, 39.50 is a resistance. Probably the 40 level mark is acting as a major resistance, and above it, we may test $43, $44 very soon. Overall, in the Indian market, if you see 1,08,600 is a very crucial support. A previous breakout and any level around this level is a good buying opportunity. Upside potential by Diwali or year end, we may expect 1,25,000 to 1,33,000. Silver looks comparatively more bullish compared to gold as of now.
Mr. Somani, also, how are you looking at crude oil prices? Because today is a fourth straight day of decline, and the markets really are looking at a lot of factors, fundamentals. What with all those statements that we are hearing from US in sense of sanctions on Russia, and then OPEC has continued to increase production. India finds itself in the middle of all of this. One, how are you looking at prices? And with the kind of supply numbers that we are working with markets anticipating that by the end of this year, there could be supply excess, how are you looking at those numbers?
Yes, definitely. Whatever you said is perfect. The production is going to increase because the OPEC countries, they want to have the market share as far as crude oil is concerned. And that's why the reason they are increasing the production. The demand is not in line with the supply. I mean, the supply's excess, demand is limited. Overall, we see the prices are going to be in the range of downside max to max 55.50, upside max even 6,100. This 600 price range is there for next 3 to 4 months. Overall, I mean, if I look at the stock chart structure, prices rally from 47.50 to 6,600, then suddenly collapse to 55.50. So whenever there is a huge rally and a vertical fall, the next 3 to 4 months goes into consolidation. And that is what is observed in crude as of now. In a very narrow range, I could say 5,700 to 1,500 is the range that is to be there in the next 1.5 months.
Mr. Somani, you also follow natural gas quite closely, and we have seen continuous, constant profit taking into this one as well. Do you see it now trading near its supports levels, or is there a chance of a further decline from here?
Yes, 255 is definitely a short-term support. We've seen a fall from almost 358, 360 levels. 100 rupees fall is on the chart right now. And a pullback rally might be there, definitely. But since it's a lean period, the demands are lesser and stocks are ample. If we compare both months, June and July, the stocks are increasing and they're almost at the highest level. So overall, the structure, even on the chart, looks weak. A pullback rally is towards 285 to 90 would again attract selling. Downside, it's minimum 235 on chart, and 312 should be the stop.
Since we have you with us, Mr. Somani, I also want to talk about copper now. That very sharp decline or sell-off that we saw in the previous week, almost by 25, 28, 30% in some of those contracts there. Is that sell-off done? Are we more balanced when you look at the other international markets, which is LME and Shanghai as well? And from here on, for the very near term, how are you looking at copper prices?
Like the COMEX rallied mostly on the tariff concerns. It was about to raise the tariff and it rallied almost abnormally. And it fell also abnormally. It's fall almost 27% from the recent high. While LME was intact, it is still trading around 96, 9700. So we don't expect a much greater fall in COMEX as of now. Downside, if I say a broader range to 867, 870, That is a major support, a crucial support. We don't expect prices to close below this level. Upside 905, 910 is a major resistance. Overall, if I see any fall towards 880, 878 level could be a good buying opportunity. Stop loss on closing basis should be 860. Upside we expect by Diwali till 937 levels. That should be definitely there.
All right, Dinesh, thank you so much for joining in. Manisha, thank you so much for taking us through that conversation. Before we slip into a short break, a couple of Tata Group companies are doing extremely well. Titan reports its numbers in the later part of this week. Trent does it tomorrow. Both these stocks have moved higher to the high point of trade. So that's something we'll watch out for as we move forward. In fact, let's take a short break. That's Trent. We have the quarterly updates for both Triton and Trent. The street did not like, in particular, the revenue growth rate for both these companies. Let's see what the companies have in store for their operational performance. 3,400 on Titan. Trent up to 5,334. Take a short break, more on the markets and individual stocks.